Right, so unfortunately, this is not really gone the way I wanted this week. Oh well, life happens. But we are up to testing bosses, and bosses are probably the thing that is slowing me down the most, right? So I'm fine coming up with fun abilities. What I hate doing is picking particles and sound effects. That is really slowing me down. So you should almost do all the effects, all the abilities, and then worry about everything else. And we need a nice little area to test. Right? Somewhere openish. I've kind of exhausted this world, to be honest. We can go over to the islands over there. Also, it is nice to see this stuff. I don't think I've actually shut it off. Right? So this is where spiders and skeletons have been proccing their abilities. And just creates these bone graveyards underground. I think that's pretty cool. I'd kind of like them not to be floating, but oh well. Kind of curious how the skeletons got up there, right? I think the one underneath our little place, because this is where we spend the most time, is actually probably the most interesting. So if we go into... There was a cave I stumbled across somewhere here. Right, I think it was through the water. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, right? So all the spiders and skeletons just spawning bone blocks and cobwebs to create these new, like, bone labyrinths. I can't say that word. Bone labyrinth, right? So that's pretty interesting. You revisit an area and all of a sudden it's this graveyard-ish place, right? Also, lag-wise, it actually makes it a great testing spot because I didn't realize this huge, massive cave was underneath us, right? So lots of mobs spawn and stay here and proc their abilities, and obviously that's great to know for lag, right? Because this is a high density area. Anyway, bosses. So hopefully what we can get done today is 3 things. There are 6 bosses where I've fully done their abilities, right? Technically 5 because one of them is a duo boss, and then I have all the summon mechanics, right? So I've done their loot tables, I've done their HP and whatnot, and boss bars and all that. But I haven't actually done what spawns them, so maybe we can get to that today as well. But they should just be under... let me see if I can remember. Function, Runechant, mob, and then I think it's just boss. Yeah, there we go. So spawning, we have all the different bosses. So I guess we'll start with the alley. Right? This is probably the most annoying boss. We'll see if he can proc his abilities. He should have them active. I can't give him no AI. Right? Because well, I could. I just have to go and change something. I've set it to not proc abilities with no AI. So that I'm not a big fan of. The fact that it's all red. So it's red because his name is red. But maybe I should make the users white. Right? We can still use his normal ally abilities. But he also does TNT. Although it looks like we've gotten the joke TNT twice. Right? So this TNT doesn't actually explode. But taking him down, because he has 1,000 HP, is something I might have to correct. Right? Because, yeah, they're quite speedy. Which is very annoying. Well, this one does explode. Yeah. So doing 1,000 damage to him is a lot more tedious than everyone else. But it's actually good to see his abilities are working. Spawning wise, right? That's sort of what we have to think about. Type equals Happy, goodbye, and TNT. I would like to get rid of. Okay, we should probably build some sort of arena just to contain everything. I can do this, right? Fill area. Is it hollow or outline? I think it's hollow. Right, and I think the max we can build is 15, but we'll go, because I'm on the ground anyway, 20, 20, 20. I guess negative 20. Negative 20. And like negative 1, so it's underneath us. Oh, of course, it's too big. Was it? I was so close to. I guess we'll go 18s. Ah, damn it. I should have gone 2 down. But we're in a giant bubble now. So, yeah, we can spawn stuff in and trial them. The big one to try is going to be the Wandering Trader, who doesn't appear to be here. Is he under T? Nope. Oh, he's probably under Iron Golem. Yeah, there we go. Why does it feel like they float now, more so than they should? I would say the abilities aren't quite working. Some of them are. Scrap toss didn't work. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's like there are quite a lot that aren't actually working. It definitely seems like the position is weird. That's going to be way too big. And I need to make him not target his golem friend. Yeah, there's no way I can sit through that. We can also just use the abilities as though we are them. They are dropping loot, which is nice. A little bit more often than what I would like. Looks of it. Alright, let's clean up. And I guess we'll just play the part. So basically, if I go function, Runechant, and we do mob. Nope. So mob / abilities. I scroll down to boss. Yeah, okay. So we can pretend. So overheat, slowness, that's good, because it's meant to stall out the robot. Well, Iron Golem, same thing. Overdrive is speed, so that's fine. Free hands. Okay, so that one should teleport him to a closest entity and attack. Teleport at S to a random player within 8 blocks. Ah, okay, that's the problem. So it's a random player when it should probably be an entity, and it should just discount the Wandering Trader. Well, I don't mind that, right? So if you're too close. So the 8 blocks might be the issue. We'll leave that one be then. And Swan Protector is just resistance and strength. So it looks like your abilities all work. Which is fine. We also do have to worry about enrage mechanic, because they do have rage abilities. So heavy blow. That particle is definitely not enough. That is 0 to it. Right, because it should looks like the particles, at least, yeah, should look like it's smashing the ground. 500 is probably overkill, but it's a happy medium. Probably 200. And then we have Enrage 2, Recreate. This Iron Golem should have a lot less HP, though. Yeah. 3, 4, Overload summons Lightning. And we skip 3. Rampage, strength but slowness. Yeah. Now, the coloring. That is also the dilemma. And would be quite annoying to fix, actually. Because I'd have to go through every single function and add the color to the user's bit. So I don't mind their name being in red, actually. I'll think about it. We will summon an Iron Golem. Because I do want to try free hands if we're close enough. So it was 3. We want to execute as the Iron Golem. E type equals. Oh my god, I can't type today. Do that. Execute as s equals 1, sort equals nearest. Okay, yeah, so as long as we're close enough, it does work. And you can see the instant damage pop up to the corner there. So I should just put something in the comment of it that says, tries to pummel anyone close enough. What do I have? If they're close enough. Yeah, if they are close enough. Okay, so that's you down. Now I just need to test out your master's abilities. Okay, so if we swap Golem to Trader, we get nothing apparently. In fact, your enrage abilities aren't there. Did I not do them? Okay, that's a bit worrisome. Maybe I didn't finish the Trader. No? Ah, right, because the Golem's gone. Manic free trial. They all spawn under us because we're the closest entity, which is problematic. First off, they shouldn't spawn under the Trader or the Iron Golem, which does make this boss a lot more difficult if you're by yourself. So maybe I should make them spawn around the player / entities they pick. That way, if they do pick the same one, they don't all cluster up like that directly. So we do the 4 corners. We'd have to do 2 blocks, probably. 2, 2, -2, 2, -2, -2. Oh, I'm missing one. Actually, there isn't one. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's try this at the very least. So they should be spaced out a bit better. Right, if you're in the middle, you're still going to get a bunch of them. It's like a mass AoE. Technically, there are good ones, if I can find them. Right? Maybe I should space them out a bit more. I'd like some overlap, like this. I could decrease their radiuses as well. Make them only a block. 1, 1, 1. That's a bit better, right? But then there's no overlap. And yeah, we're missing this corner. Oh, and they're the same particles. Speed versus slowness. That is not good. The slowness one should probably be snowflakes then. Poison resistance, hunger, slowness. Snowflake. And do I have a fire one? No. Okay, well then that's easy. I can do another one. What effects can I pick from? I could do darkness. Darkness is not a bad one in a boss fight. Levitation. Mining fatigue is probably an important one. Mining fatigue. Not correctly? Yep. Radius 1. Particle though for mining fatigue is probably smoke. Ash. I do like the new dust bloom. And I think we'll increase the radius a little bit. Not to 2, we'll go to 1.5, I think. Yeah, that's a bit better. Maybe increase the length, since now you're not going to spawn in them. But the idea is there should be a lot more entities about, so that way they don't all spawn under the one person. Or in this case, around them at this point. I think the application should be a bit longer. 8 seconds in ticks is 160. Which makes it easier, just have to add a 1 in front of the current duration. Save. Increase the amount of time they stay around. We'll double it to 600. And then we just need to disallow the targeting of Iron Golems, Wandering Traders, no, of T-Boss. Yeah, because I think that's what the boss tag they all have. Need to actually look this up. Should be T-Boss. Runechant, functions, mob. It was under boss mob spawning. Yeah, T-Boss. Okay. So now their effects can affect anything with T-Boss. And I should make the same go for every single one. Make sure the line is correct. Yeah. Okay, and that way they can't target each other. Save. I need to go through all the abilities. Okay, one targets Iron Golem specifically. That one stays as is. Basically anything that executes at a random entity. Which apparently isn't a lot of things. And then we need to fix up the Golem with the same thing, so he can't target his man on top. Lightning Bolts, no. Iron Golem, no. Let's specifically give it to Wandering Trader, so that's fine. Speed, speed. Okay, that wasn't actually so bad. It wasn't so many things. Now, the question is, are they tuned correctly? Which I always feel they're not. Oh, there it was. So basically, I just gave everything blanket 1000 HP, which I know is a lot, right? And then, what else did I do? I just tinkered with their armor attributes. Okay, so it does work, but he throws them very far, the nails. Doesn't quite work with him on top of the Golem. That should apply tag to us. Yep, good. The scrap toss, though, is going way too far. And also is the wrong image. Should be a nail, not... I think those are the... What are they called? The stingers from the Guardians that I made. Yeah, and he tried to teleport to us. Free hands. You know what? We might go grab some actual gear from the pack and see how difficult it is. Before I do that, though, I want to change the scrap toss ability. Not that one, not that one. That one. So for one, they need to fall down quicker. I can't even tell which direction this is. Not that one. Okay. And that is the wrong image. Because it should be... an iron nugget 6-1, I think. Yeah, so it should look like a nail. So the question is, what number do I give it for a snowball? Because I think I applied it to both. S, 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 S. 6. And these are all set to 5, that's why. They're traveling too far, so I should probably halve everything. I did this a really stupid way. I should have used replace. It'd be very nice if you stopped setting me on fire. Though your golem friend isn't too smart. Okay. That should fix up those abilities. We will make a little hole in the barrier for us that I will probably never find again, so we'll do that. Okay, so there are a few things going for us in the pack. Make the 1000 HP that they have a lot more manageable. Starting off is these two things, the Ancient Satchel and the Enchanted Satchel, which allows us to amp our attack. Right, so if I grab out the one that actually amps our attack. And then, of course, we have the custom weapons. I think gold is the most damaging. And then, what else? What else? What else? Equipment. Doesn't really matter which one I take, looks like. But none of them are set strictly to attack. Which one's attack? Blaze Rod? Blaze Rod is attack damage, attack speed, minus health. No. Ah, it's fine. This stuff should be enough. If we go back to survival, I should be able to, yeah. I have these new slots, which are good. So we can do that. Goes into that bag. Yeah, and this should amp our attack up. So let's see how much damage we do. And also find our little way back in. I do not see a gap of 2. Oh, there it is. No. Yeah, I don't see a gap of 2. Okay. Yeah, look at that. So as long as you have the right gear. We're not even maxed. Definitely a lot better. I think the nails are still not going far enough. Yeah, sorry, it's still going too far. And the fact that we do splash damage on the 2 of them. And the enrage mechanic for this guy is simple as well. Basically, all we want to do is, if either one of them disappears, or is killed, right? The other one goes into enrage. Should probably heal up a little too. Dropped a bunch of random stuff. Did I set that up? Can't remember. We shall toss that, and that out. Clear everything else. I believe that was correct placement. I should be able to get my attributes. I just want to make sure the bag is working. Always worries me when I haven't used a feature for a while, whether or not it's still completely working. So we should see SP, there we go, perfect. And it's 32 and 64%. Yeah, so almost 100% extra damage thanks to the 2 satchels. I need to change the tooltips again, because I did have them like that. I had them like that. I might have already changed the tooltips. Either way, there is a symbol in the spot you meant to keep them in. I think that's fine. Okay, so enrage is nice and easy. So there's 2 things actually. We need to do the spawn mechanic for every boss, and we need to do the enrage mechanic for every boss. And there are a few boss items that we've already come up with. Right, so the golem one, that boss, is fairly simple. I should have it somewhere here. It's this, rare goods. And it's probably just going to be if you drop rare goods. Well, actually, no, because I think you drop to craft it. Could give rare goods to a wandering trader, maybe? Right? I think that's probably a better way to do it. I need to create a new page, though. So, oh, no, I already have the enrage mechanic. Testing-wise, what is going to not cause the most lag? That's the issue. I could tie the enrage mechanic to them actually using their abilities. So when he tries to proc an ability, if the wandering trader's not on him, then he enrages. But I'd kind of like it to be instantaneous. Happen as soon as the Iron Golem does it. Anyway, we'll work on the spawn mechanic. I should probably give him a lore tag. That way I can find them nice and easily. Alright, just put in brackets underneath the name of it, boss spawn item. I need a folder, and it needs to be spawn. I'll do boss summon. Just to make sure I remember how to craft it. I believe it's just these 3 items onto a fletching table. Yeah, gets us rare goods. We do want to change that up. So we need to add lore. L-O-R-E. I always hate remembering the brackets for lore text. I'll just put in white. Brackets. Boss item? Boss summoner? What are they called in like Terraria? Do they say anything on them? I feel like they just say... Oh, it says boss summon. Ah, screw it. Good enough for Terraria. I'm good with it. Boss summon. Okay, so if we trade again... Actually, sorry, let me change the text color to white. I need more goods. Yeah, perfect. Boss summon. And then in item selector, I need to find it. So blah, 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 not ID, I don't care about that. We only care about tags, we don't care about custom model data. Display. Still left open the thing I was editing. Okay, and then that runs to items, boss summons, and then all the different bosses. This one can be... No, so then it runs to item check. Yeah. Okay, step 1 down. Now I need to check what item it is, which is easy enough. I just check, so this would be raw iron, and I check the custom model. Type equals item, sort equals nearest, and limit equals 1. Alright, so I'm looking for item ID raw iron, and then the custom model. ID raw underscore iron, and it's 2, right? Yeah, because 1 is owned now. Right, and then that will spawn the boss. So in this case, it will be Mad Trader is the boss name-ish. So if would just be function. What's the spawn function? That's. Yeah, okay. So this is a start. This should just summon it by dropping the item at the moment, and then I'll specify what you have to actually do. It'll probably be give it to Wandering Trader. I also have no barrier block. And I have to find a new entrance, or just make one. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Obviously, tie in particle effects and whatnot and all that I can do in my own time, since I will probably end up just copying them over from each of the different ones. Oh, that's good. Oh, because I was jumping. Oh, now you have resistance at the moment. Okay, so now I mustn't have done the loot tables correctly. There's a bunch of junk items. So now what we need to do is, as the golem, check whether or not the Wandering Trader still exists. And if it doesn't, then we tag it with, I think it's just P and Rage. Close enough. Right, and this should allow him to use his other abilities. We'll see in a second. They should have access to 8 abilities, and technically it should make them use it twice as often. Yeah, so Rampage is one of the Enrage abilities. And we're hearing them, but I guess we're not close enough. Which I don't think ever should be the case, because I have them set to 16 blocks. Come on, use something other than those 2 abilities. Okay, good enough. But yeah, so triggering the Enrage mechanic. How do I want to do this? I guess I have to check every single one of them, and then check their conditions. Which is a lot of entity checking, that's the only issue. We summoned another golem, that's good. What do we just take damage from? Interesting. I mean, the end function is easy enough. It's literally just tag add at S, T and Rage. And maybe I heal them. No, because if I want to heal them, then I have to specify all the undead ones versus the non-undead ones. Plus, I like the idea of rewarding the player for strategically activating the hard mode, right? Although we probably will do stat enhancements. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. They're easy enough. I can copy them over from something else. Do like a, I don't know, 33% increase in their base stats. Although that will increase their HP. But then there's no way for them to fully heal. I forget where it was. I think it's under difficulty where I've already done this. Yeah. Mobs enhance. Okay. So instead of a 20% increase, I think for bosses we do a 33% increase. Though that might be a bit much for some of them. And I would kind of like to change their loot table too, If I want to change their loot tables, I have to make them more specific. As in, I have to make the enrage function more specific. Kind of dislike. Kind of burning yourself alive. Well, it's not really doing a lot of damage. I'll put you out of your misery. I definitely want a little text in the chat that says blah 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 enrages. I guess a particle and a sound effect. Blah blah blah. Enrages. I don't know what the full text will be yet. Particle-wise. The particle kind of screams enraged. I guess the angry villager one, maybe? That's kind of weird. I think fire is like my go-to, but then that's also kind of weird, depending on the mob. I don't mind Crimson Spore if you could speed it up. Pretend we're the boss. 0.3 is always my go-to. Just, it's not like poofy enough. I do colored dust. I can do the normal enchant. I do like the witch particle, though. But I think I've used it for too many things. I think I just have to go with the colored dust and figure out the color. Or I mean item, Minecraft, I don't know, like blaze powder. Yeah, it's a bit too gold. Instant effect, no. Crit, no. You could recolor the dust bloom, right? Because I do like that it pops up. I don't mind that at all. And the fact that I did the bosses before I've done this means I probably haven't used it that often. Be cool if you could color it though. What is it? Dust, color transition. How many numbers does it need? That's a lot. Yeah, and then I have to... I should probably just grab a generator. First one is speed or size or something, right? In their colors. Nope, one of them is size. Alright, I will guess I will look up a, was it dust, color, transition, generator. Okay, so dust, size, I don't really care about. We just want it mostly red. Like a darkish red. Apparently I've done too many numbers, or this is out of date, because they only have 4. Weirdly. Yeah, no. Ah, God. It's on 1.20, so you're outdated, unfortunately. See if we can find a different generator. You need decimals, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that one uses... no, that's just dust. Ah, there we go. Alright, that doesn't look too bad. Right, as the boss enrages. Oh yeah, it's kind of spot on straight away. sound effect, though, is a bit harder, right? Because what's a, like, sound effect that's universal? And also, why did that not copy? And also, where's my game sound gone? I have no idea why. Just cuts out randomly after X amount of time. Anyway, sound effects. No. Bat, death, blaze. Camel, cat, cod. I don't mind, like, an explosion sound, actually. Or even, like, the Ender mortal sound. Fireworks? Not splash. Generic explode. The windburst sound is kind of cool too. I can also pitch change it. Something I continuously forget about. That's kind of alright. Okay. So that is the function. Now we need the trigger. Means I still need to check them all. So I will have to do something like execute if entity at s tag equals t boss run function. And then I'll have to do entity check, right? And I might as well check the condition at the same time. That shouldn't be too intensive, I think. More stuff to add. Okay. What function does this tie into, though? Runechant, boss mobs. Enrage. And then entity check. Okay, so first one's first. Bring in our friends. I got rid of the item because it does not stack. Go craft another one. I can't find my way through the gaps. Let's see if this reloads the music. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's solid me. And why is it not playing at their location? Wandering Trader. Very interested to know why it didn't play at their location. I guess at volume 100, regardless of where you are to them, it's always going to be 100. Play sound at all at the current position. Might have to set a distance to that one. Okay, but I should probably... That doesn't even actually make sense. I understand the spawn mechanic, because I hadn't actually gated what it needed. But I don't quite understand why it triggered the enrage, because I deleted stuff. I mustn't have saved it. Okay, let's try this again. So crafting this will spawn it instantly, so I do need to set up the exact conditions, which would probably be the item has to be within X range of an entity. In this case, a wandering trader. The boss summons. Item check. Entity at E. Type equals wandering trader. Distance equals ... I don't know, within 3 blocks. Do. Save. Problem is now I need to delete the wandering trader with it. I don't want 2 wandering traders. I want it to be as though the one you've given the item to becomes the mad one. But we should be able to drop this, and obviously it does nothing. And to think I have to do this for like 20 bosses. Fun times. Kill at E. Okay, so that should handle that. Now I need to fix up the enrage mechanic. Means I need to know what their specific tags are. So while I do that, I might as well go to home screen so at least there's some music. As the music doesn't actually play. Fantastic. Okay, I need to look at spawning, Iron Golem. The tag is just Golem. And then the Wandering Trader's tag is Trader. Yeah, a little on the nose, right? Okay. Hopefully this all works now. We should be able to spawn in a trader. Offer it some rare goods. Which I will duplicate. Here you go. I should probably teleport him away, so you don't actually visibly see him die. Right, and then we've got this guy, and if we get rid of one of them, which I could probably just use the kill command. It's fine. Fun to hit things. Except when they have resistance. Yeah, they're probably a little too tanky. Well, apparently you're going down first. Okay, but it does loop, so that's an issue. But easily fixable. I just need another tag check. This time, disallowing for the teen rage tag. Yeah, so you should be enraged, so you should have all 8 of your abilities. That's one of the old ones. One of the old ones. It's also one of the old ones. I should check your tags. Because you're not using anything new. No, he's got Teen Rage and Trader. Scrap harvest. No, okay, so that's new. Alright, good. You have some of them. And this is also an issue. Because when you're enraged... Yeah. I will probably have to do specific ones. Because I do want to change their loot tables to make sure that they are guaranteed to drop their drops if they're enraged. Right, I think that's a fair balance. But then in the case of this boss, you don't really have a choice of which one you fight enraged. Well, I mean, you have the choice of which one you fight. But you don't have a choice to not fight either. Unless, I mean, you get their HP down. It's whether or not I want to re-heal them. That's the question. Which is actually, what I could do is I could just set their current HP to their max HP, to the attribute. And that would restore their HP to full. It would be a bit annoying, depending on the boss fight. But then if I tweak their HP and make it more in line with their desired difficulty, it's not so bad. Okay. Do this again. Well, I have 64, because it's just raw iron. So, how do I do this? It's data, modify entity, in this case it would be at S, but that's, it would be health, and it would be set from entity at S. But now the path is the issue. So let me copy this for starters. We go back to the enrage. How did the Iron Golem just die? Out of curiosity. Curious. Unmodify at S. Health set from entity. You could stand still, that would be perfect. Soon. I must teleport into a wall, thinking about it. Yes, stay sandwiched in there. Go away. This is not working out. Thank you. Data, no, not damage. I'm hoping that's the Wandering Trader. It's attributes, right? Dot. Can I just do max health? But I don't think that's right either. This isn't working. Do that, and Wandering Trader. Alright, let's start again. I'm going to... I should be able to see their max HP regardless of what I summon, right? So if I summon a... for instance. Alright, we'll just give it no AI. Start get entity. Attributes. Of course not. But I can meddle with this. If I give... no, if I do attributes, blah, blah, blah. Max health. Base set 50. Now if I grab your attributes. Thank you. So the question is, how do I pull this number? I can't really, can I? Because I would need to know its specific... Because if I do that, it doesn't work. Let me Google. All a mob's max health with the Datapack command. This is a scoreboard, which I don't even want to do. That's how we do it. Attributes, blah, 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 max health, get. Done. Right, so it says 50. Then I need to use that as the results. All this just to reset their HP. Which I could do if I was doing individual ones. I'll probably do the loot tables as something else. So it'll be execute, store, results, entity. I'd have to store it as a score. Can I store it as an entity? Would this work? No, but that would probably set every single attribute to it, which is not what I want. I'd have to, oh god, I have to do it with a scoreboard, don't I? Which is annoying. Yeah. I hate having to add more scoreboards. It's fine. It'll probably come in handy another time anyway. Okay, so we store the max health. And then we... Not that, from storage. No, that's storage. How do I set it from a score? I then have to store it as storage? I'm getting confused now. I'm guessing I have to set it as storage. Which isn't actually that bad, because I should have all their data anyway, under one of these. Runechant, functions, mob, under Runechant entity. Okay, that's better. Is it though? It's not. I think it'd be better if I just set it at storage. Slash execute, store, results, storage. Yeah, that's better. Minecraft dot max health. Check. Something convoluted-ish. But then I still have to do the path. Set attributes. Because I'm pretty sure you can't use the attribute command to set their normal health. I have to use data modify. Data modify from scoreboard. Learning on the job. Execute as blah blah, store results. On .get. We know how to score it as a scoreboard. How do I utilize said scoreboard? Store the results, store success. Score as an entity. Why am I doing like this? Should be a way. Set health to max health Minecraft. Nope, that's all player. Blah blah blah. Summon, summon, summon. Nope. Not useful. Should be a way to do this. Data modify entity. Blah blah blah. This would just be health. Sets from. I can do block entity or storage, but if I do entity. No, but then I still need the exact attribute. Fine, we can start with this as the premise. I just have to figure out what data get to use. What path it is. Data get entity attribute slash. The only thing I can think of is to specify the number. But then health is not always in the same slot. Now is it? Or is it? So this is where, if I have them all at 1000 HP, it becomes easy because I can just set them to 1000 HP. I don't have to worry about any of this. Because I already know the max. In which case I could also just do set to like 500 HP. Right, so it's half. No, but I think full heal would probably be better. Because then you could also choose it the other way and not damage it. And when it rages, it loses HP instead of gains HP. I will probably end up doing these specifically, I think. I think it's just significantly easier for me to do it. Set from sets value 1000. Hey, jumping purple man. At least that should work as a full heal. Oh, God. Where are you? I hear you. When in doubt, spawn another one. Fine, you can be invisible. Probably count the swings. That might make me change my mind about their max HP. Oh, I might cut them all down to 500. Just halve the length that this is taking. Okay. Be full heal, which is great. That's what we want. All these spawning golems. Where are you? Why aren't you taking damage? You are. Alright, because your HP is not 1,000. I remember that. Your HP is less. So we'll have to do them more specifically. As in what? Floors? Off the top of my head, I want to say 5,000. But it might be 10,000. We are getting souls, we are getting items. We are getting the wards. So the drops are working, which is good as well. I guess I didn't finish you off. There we go. Whew, okay. So we have the premise down, which makes it easier for me to replicate. We were meant to test more abilities. So we should probably get back to that. Function, I will just act as the boss. Runechant, mob / abilities. Okay. These should all be like mock TNT. So you drop something, I think is the joke TNT. No, it's not joke TNT, it's just long TNT. That one's the joke TNT, maybe? One should be the glowing TNT. Then 4 is Bad Company, summons Vexes. And the Enrage. Interestingly, did nothing. Right, because the Enrage works off of a timer for this boss of patience. So depending on how long you're taking to beat them, modifies what they do. Which I think is fine. Again, it's the 1,000 HP is the issue. Whether or not 1,000 HP is too much, especially for an ally. Right, because they are annoying to chase down. Let's see how we can do it with this weapon. Function. Runechant, mob, boss, spawning. And so it's because they can fly too. Like, this is a ton of hits it's taking. Yeah, no, this at 1,000 HP is definitely not a fun time. Yeah, it's incredibly hard to hit. You'd have to, like, box it up. Or lure it with items and then hit it. I don't mind there being, you know, like, sneaky ways to do things. But 1,000 HP, this is just a god-awful fight. Okay, what other... I should probably actually clear it. Or it becomes a nuisance. And same with the Vexes. Okay. Different boss. That's not the right one. So the other bosses that I have finished, in terms of abilities, are Blaze. Apparently not. Apparently none of them work. Okay. It's our first point of checking. Alright, because none of their sound effects or particles are set. That makes sense. None of them at all? Okay, well, we'll skip that one then. Then we have the Rune Carver. Forceful Servitude. They should not be on the same spot. Well, in this case they are, because I am S, and I am the closest player. Thinking about it. Yeah. Siphon drains a villager to give you buffs. Giving madness. You're burning because of the light, it's fine. Little particle cloud. Doesn't actually last that long. I have to increase that. And then 4 is inscription. Yeah, which summons different wards around everyone. So the more ads you leave up, the more of those are going to spawn, and then obviously the harder it's going to get. And then the enrage abilities. Rage 1. Book etching moves them to the item frames. And apparently breaks their necks. Two chosen disciple would convert. I need to redo this. I want a few of these guys. Chosen disciple, yeah, converts a skeleton into an illusioner. Massive strength but massive slowness. And then 4 is more etchings. But these ones are a lot more dangerous. Again, they all spawn around the different ads. So the more ads in play, the more it's going to grow exponentially. I think that's fine. Spider. Deadly Venom. We got Serendipitous though, so a lot of other buffs. I really need to nerf that. I think that just buffs spiders. Goes Meal entraps you and summons spiders. Ooh. That's a little excessive. It was pretty cool, right? The room just suddenly fills with all these different things. Maybe if I made the HP like 1, I'd get away with spawning in that many. If I use it again now, it's going to be awful. Yeah. Yeah, I should have looked how it spiked. Okay, so that needs to be heavily tuned. That was ability 4, wasn't it? Instead of being every entity, it needs to be probably an entity count. How many do you want to spawn each time? That's the question. And it should also have type. Type equals hashtag Runechant all. So all Runechant is all entities. And then, yeah, limit. If I do 5, then that means 20 things will spawn each time. I think it's fine. It's meant to be one of the harder bosses. Save. And the enrage abilities. Cocoon. Why did Cocoon not do anything? This is meant to be execute at all entities within 16 blocks. Spawn a bunch of cobwebs. I don't know if this will work now. Ability 4. It still does, good. I did not reload, so it's still on the bad version. That was bad. Okay, ability 4 spawns in some. We'll do it twice. That should be 40 mobs. Right, and then if we go back to the enrage 1, yeah, it summons these giant columns of cobwebs. And 2. 2 should entrap a player, I think. Was it execute at... No, okay, so anyone in cobwebs takes damage. Right, so I think the spider should take damage. I don't know why we teleported, though. Am I using the right ability? Rage 2. Oh, no. The spider teleports to anyone trapped in cobwebs and then does instant damage. That's actually good. Right? So it will automatically attack anything stuck in its webs. Question is, though... No, we were doing instant damage. Good. I couldn't tell if we were. 3... Web shot summons more of them. And creates lines of webs. And then 4... Web spray, which should be the other angle, yeah. So basically, the whole gimmick of this fight is... the longer it takes, the more webs spawn. And then there are devastating effects if the player or any entity are trapped in cobwebs. Then not to mention you've got all the other effects going on. The spider's abilities, the silverfish ability. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Maybe up the difficulty. So I think there are only 2 main abilities that use the cobweb mechanic. Then again, the ads are probably the main difficulty. Alright. I believe that is all the bosses, unfortunately, because... Well, I mean, I can mock do these. I just delete the sound and the particle. We can do the blaze as well. Yeah, sure, why not? It won't take long. Gutted I didn't set them. I thought I did good yesterday. But nope, slow as ever. And next week, progress will come to a halt. I was really hoping to get it done, but it was in the cards. I lost 2 days of work to unfortunate events. The bosses are the main hang-up. Stuff left for me to do. Alright, let's pretend to be a blaze boss, why don't we? Please be there. Yeah, okay, so, oh, there's one missing. I'll check that. So this should actually absorb any fire or magma in the area. Not magma, lava. And give me a flint and steel. Well, I'm thinking about it. They should turn to magma blocks. I think I have them set to turn to basalt. Although, and then magma blocks, I guess, should turn to basalt. Would be cool. Magma blocks. Lava. No, basalt. Save. Alright. So if we spread a bunch of fire and lava. Alright, and then we use that ability. Yeah. And we use it again. Yeah. Then maybe I should make it do something with the basalt. But I do like the idea that it's slowly blocking the player in. Because it being a blaze, we'll have lots of ways to spawn fire. While the fire only turns to air, there's a few ways for it to spawn lava. Anyway. Other abilities. Erupting flame. There is nothing nearby, unfortunately. Villagers can be the guinea pigs. Spread out. Yeah. And then... Kaboom! If you're standing on them, you take damage. 3 is flowing magma, which I think I set to only target players. Right, that way it wasn't too detrimental. I was only target 1 player. Ah, okay, and that target's flowing lava too, which is good. So then it pays to clean up the lava. Yeah, I like that, the flowing. Stopping suddenly. We're up to 4. 4 is extreme heat, which would normally affect a player. I'm the closest player. And then we have the enrage abilities. 1 is flame torrent. It's pretty fun. For a little while, the blaze will shoot out fire. Obviously damage anything in front of it. Then 2, flame pillar, similar to the erupting, but they are a bit more constant. If you stand in them, you take damage. And they last a decent while. Now, why isn't the 3rd ability working? That's the question. What did I mess up? The looks of it, nothing. Distance is set. I mean, I guess we just proofread all the functions. That has to be one of the tags. They all look symmetrical. And that's why, because they all look symmetrical. What's wrong with this? Tag at E, blah, 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 all within a distance. It's a dot, not a comma. Okay, and this should just build a status effect on anyone near the blaze. It should be there now, yeah. Yeah. Right, so he's now scorched. I don't think it does any damage, I think it's just weakness. Might do damage once it gets high enough. It should ramp up every time it procs. Yeah, and now they're taking damage from it. Okay, and then lucky last, ability 4 is a line fireballs. Yes, that is hampered by our rotation. Which is actually something I've always questioned. Right, whether or not the game worries about the facing direction of, I should say, sorry, the y-axis facing direction of other entities. So execute as type equals villager. And you want one of them. Nearest is fine. And then at as well. Yeah, look at that. That's a perfect line. Which is how it should be. So I don't think I need to set the rotated blah blah blah. I think it's tilde 0, right? But activating is us. It does depend where we're looking. How high up they spawn. And I should probably vary the speed so they fall one by one. Right, like a proper line. So further away quicker or further away slower? We'll just decrease it a little. 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 5, 4, and 3. But at the same time, increase the height. Okay, save. Let's see now if it looks a little bit better. It's not a huge difference. Because I went the wrong way with the height, I think. Slash speed. Right? They end up symmetrical in the end. They should be going higher as they slow down. Yeah, I guess it's the direction I'm looking. I can probably play around a bit more with that one. It's not horrible. It's just meant to be a line of fireballs. But I'm tempted to make it like a chicken's foot. Is that the expression? B and then one in the middle. Build together. Right, I am very happy with this level of boss design, at the very least. Mechanically, again, it's just fine-tuning the damage abilities, and then the rage mechanics and everything like that, and summoning. Altogether, I definitely kind of went overboard with the amounts I had planned. Initially, the idea was just to have, I think, 8, right? Yeah, because then I added up ending as like experience collector. No, I added up ending a lot more of these. Adding. Oh my god, I can't speak today. Which then has resulted in a huge delay. And then I also promoted all the boss adds to bosses as well. And then I doubled the amount of abilities I want to give them. So I think the objective currently, unfortunately, is 35 boss level mobs with launch. And of that, I have so far done a whopping 6. So I have 29 to go. Yeah, it's going to take me a while. But we are going to wrap up here for today. Right. Tested 6, looked at them somewhat. figured out how we want them to enrage and how we want to summon them, so it's half decent. I can go ahead and do all that. I'd really like to try and get everything but the bosses and dungeons done this weekend, including the boss summoning and rage mechanics. Then I just have to worry about, I know, doing 2 or 3 every day for the next week, and then work on dungeons at the end of the week, and then hopefully the week after we'll be back on track. The only thing is, I am going to be playing old school RuneScape leagues. Always do, right? It's the only time I revisit the game, for now at least. So fortunately, progress is definitely going to slow next week, which means that, well, the pack's not going to be out for a little while longer, sadly, because I still also have to redo the advancements. There is still a decent chunk of work. It's coming together, and I might do like a soft release as well, so people can try and help test, right? And that way I can do bug fixes at the same time I'm wrapping up the features. But for now, at least, right, it's only going as fast as it can go, basically, right? 'Tis life. It's my hobby, not my job, so I can only do so much with it every week. Anyway, nonetheless, anyone hanging around, thank you as always. Anyone watching post, thank you. Hope you enjoyed, and see you around.